Today, the moon is in nebulous Pisces. So remember, the moon is the mood of the day. It gives us a sense of the vibe, the feeling, the tone, what we're going through. And with the Pisces moon, it feels like we're in the ocean. It feels like we are rocking in that current, and there's an element of not knowing which direction is which. So if you find yourself feeling everything or knowing things that you're not sure how you know them or why you know them, that is Pisces. Let's look at how the Pisces moon and the Pisces moon joining up with Saturn today is going to show up. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, June 27th. And we are continuing through this Gemini moon cycle focused on communication, learning, finding words, working on mental processes and themes that have to do with information and sharing information. So, with the moon in Pisces, everything we thought we knew dissolves. It's like when you put the salt crystals in the water and suddenly you don't have salt crystals anymore. They're still there, but you don't see them anymore in the form that they had or the shape that they had. So that's what Pisces is like. And that's what it feels like to go through a Pisces moon. Only if you are really paying attention to what you notice and how you feel, right? Because the world goes on, things happen, and we don't necessarily notice it unless we start to pay attention to these more subtle energies. So when the moon goes through Pisces and starts to bring this dissolving feeling where we suddenly might feel things that are kind of universal, or we don't know where they came from or why we are feeling them. Also, we have the ability to connect with that bigger picture. So, connecting spiritually is, of course, the highest possibility of Pisces energy. So, connecting with our spirit or the spirit of what gives meaning to our lives, connecting with a bigger picture. That could be the spirit of love, right? Super intangible, but super powerful. So, something like that, connecting with your own guidance, higher wisdom, your own spiritual needs, spiritual truths, spiritual information. So, connecting with the wisdom that is tuning in or coming through with the energy of the dissolving of what we thought we knew. So, so you can see we have on the one hand this feeling of being in the Pisces moon energy, can feel a little bit lost, a little bit rudderless, a little bit directionless, and at the same time, can help us listen to some of this bigger picture, higher truths, greater wisdom coming from that bigger picture and really connecting with our souls, what our souls really need. So yesterday I was talking about how you can tune your radio dial to the frequency that really is best for you, what works for you, what do you need, and so our astrology charts, of course, speak to how we're made up and what we need. And so if you're a really fiery person, you need movement, you need action, you need something to push against. If you're a really watery person, you need to feel things and be in the flow and allow things to move in a very structureless way. So, whatever you need, it's like tuning into that frequency from the bigger picture, which is everything. Spirituality is about the bigger picture of everything, all that is the universe, the bigger picture of unconditional love. So you're tuning into that frequency of love that best supports you, what that looks like and feels like in your life or yourself. So as the Pisces moon passes by Saturn around 8 a.m. Pacific time, and as it does that, we get this reminder of how to embody some of those bigger spiritual principles. So just like the salt dissolving in the water disappears, but it's still there, Saturn is saying, how do you want to organize this bigger picture of information? How do you want to embody that? How do you want to bring it in to a system or a structure or a form that serves you? So in other words, just, as a kind of a simple answer for how to approach self-care for today is that you want to be paying attention, tuning in to the bigger picture, but also noticing how that bigger picture informs you about what directions to go in or how to have a perspective that's helpful, how to see the way forward in some sort of clarity that is coming from a bigger picture. So tuning in to that bigger picture, recognizing that nebulousness and dissolving are part of the experience. It's inviting you to let go of old ways of being. You might have feelings, you might have grief. Pisces is that reminder that letting go and feeling the feelings we have around things that have gone, people or beings that have gone, ways of being that are no longer ours. That as we do that, if we go through the grief process, which is truly a powerful process, we are allowing the forms, the attachments, the ways of experiencing spirit beings in their bodies or other things in our lives that are no longer, the way that we are letting those forms go back to where they came from, right? Dissolve into the great oneness. So they become spirit beings. They become part of the everything. They become part of the bigger picture of love. And we can listen on that level, tune in on that level to still connect with those things and beings and people who are no more, but who still impact us every day. So maybe that's helpful too. And going through that grief process allows that disembodiment, I guess, the releasing of the attachment, the releasing of the form. It facilitates that process so that we can allow things to return to love, and we get to be the embodiment where we integrate that bigger picture of spirituality and love and transcendence of the things that are no longer in the same form. So a little bit esoteric, perfect for a Pisces moon. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And for more insight into your own chart, how you're made up, how to get your needs met in the ways that are most true to you, check it out. I have readings available at astrologyheals.com. You get 20% off your first session. It's so helpful to understand. And even if you've had readings before, there's always something more there to reveal itself to you that can be part of your bigger picture of wisdom and guidance going forward. So maybe today is the day to book your session and learn more about your natal chart and how it supports you in being the best of your highest potential that you are here to be. All right. Thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my videos. I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self care. Bye for now.